Okay, so this is our first Korean lesson, and welcome to Korean lesson. This Tianqi and Zhu Yang. Before we start to study about Korean lesson, I think it's better to know some Korean culture. And since we've been to the concert together on Tuesday night, actually, like this is right after the concert. I found that you like this music, so I guess I can just introduce like who is the band, what is the title of the song, and like which movie the song was in. So before we start, maybe you can just watch the movie for a while, okay?
음악
너에게 난 해질녘 노을처럼 한편의 아름다운 추억이 되고 소중했던 우리 푸르던 나를 기억하며 후회 없이 그림처럼 남아주기를
나에게는 내외롭던 지난 시간을 환하게 비춰주던 햇살이 되고 조그맣던 너의 하얀 손 위에 빛나는 보석처럼 영원의 약속이 되어
너에게 난 해질녘 노을처럼 한편의 아름다운 추억이 되고 우리 푸르던 나를 기억하며 후회 없이 그림처럼 남아주기를
나에게는 초록의 슬픈 노래로 내 작은 가슴 속에 이렇게 남아 반짝이던 너의 예쁜 눈마루에 수많은 별이 되어 영원토록 빛나고 싶어
너에게 난 해질녘 노을처럼 한편의 아름다운 추억이 되고 소중했던 우리 푸르던 나를 기억하며 후회 없이 그림처럼 남아주기를 너에게 난 해질녘 노을처럼 한편의 아름다운 추억이 되고 소중했던 우리 푸르던 나를 기억하며 후회 없이 그림처럼 남아주기를
Okay, so the video was a little bit long, but So the important thing is, okay, you go away. Okay, the important thing is, you need to read what the title is about. So I guess you can read this, but this time I'm gonna write it in English. Okay, so the actual title is 나에게 넌. Like 나에게 넌. And this means that you to me. Like you are being to me, something like that. And in the rest of the part, 너에게 난, it means me to you. But it's not in the title, but we usually call it like as a one unit. 나에게 넌, 너에게 난. And the band, the artist name is 자전거 탄 풍경. And if I just put it like a literal translation, it will be landscape with riding bike. And I know it sounds really, really ridiculous in English, but in Korean, 자전거 탄 풍경, it sounds really poetic and it's really beautiful word. So, I hope that this will help you to find some information about this song, and maybe next time or maybe next time we can study about the song like more and more, and someday we can sing this song all together in 노래방. Alright, so now let's begin the real Korean class. So first, I'm going to begin with the vowel. Okay, the vowel. You know the vowel, right? The vowel is the basic like a, e, o, u. These kind of stuffs are vowel. And I guess we have 19 vowels in Korean, but we don't use like all of them oftenly. There are like a main 4 vowels, and I think I think I have to say there are like 3 basic units and 4 basic vowels. Okay, if you don't understand at the moment, it's okay, I'm gonna explain it now. So I said we have 3 basic units for the vowel, and here we are. So these 3 things are the basic one. So it's like this line, it's the earth, and one dot is the sun, and one line, like vertical line, is a man or human. So imagine like this, the earth represents how the landscape looks like, and this a small dot, if you magnify it, it is the sun, and this one is the human standing on the earth. Alright, this is the basic the concept of the Korean vowel, and I guess it will help you if I write it in Chinese letters, okay? And we call it actually I made a mistake here. For the sun, you can also say this is the sky, because the sun is in the sky. So this is the philosophy, like in Korean letters or Korean vowel, that we say 천, 지, in philosophy. So we everywhere we have these 3 basic components like in our culture, and of course we can see it in the Korean letters. Alright, if you don't understand about this philosophy or anything, you don't get it, just ask me in the class, alright? Okay, so now I'm going to explain the 4 basic vowels, and so this is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Okay, so for this one, you can see there is human. So let's say here is the human, right? Human, and the sun is here. So you just make a line for here. This is this letter. And if you think about that the sun is on the right side of the human, this means that the sun is on the east. And if the sun is on the east, that means it's morning time. So this one represents the morning. This one represents the morning, and the pronunciation for this is ah. And okay, and now I'm going to explain the second one. So this one, you can find there is the earth and there is sun here, and you make a vertical line over here. So like on the earth there is sun in the middle, and this means that the time is at noon. So this is the noon time, and the pronunciation for this is O. So like O. And so this is the morning time and the noon time. And for the third one, this one, so this is the opposite of the morning. Like the sun is on the west of the human. So this means that the time for this letter is, of course, evening. So this is the evening time, and the pronunciation for this one is oh. And then the last one, this is the earth, and the sun is below the earth. So you make the vertical line under the earth, and so of course this one is the opposite of the noon, which is night. Especially I guess midnight. And the pronunciation would go like 우. So first 아, 오, 어, 우, 아, 오, 어, 우. And each letter it contains the like positive and negative feeling. And which one would you think that positive? Like morning and noon, or evening and midnight? Yeah, I guess you answer correctly. I hope you answer correctly that morning and noon is the positive one, and evening and midnight is the negative one. So I'll give you an example. Okay, here we have 3 examples that the Korean letters really contain the positive and negative, the feeling, and the Korean letter actually like displaying that how this letter connotates the feeling. Alright, so first one, we have this one and this one, but the only difference between the two is the first one is with 아, and the second one is with 어, like here and here. And so those 2 words, it actually means the same one. It means red, this red color. But the first one is 빨갛다, and the second one is 뻘겋다. And which sounds like negative and deep, and which sounds positive or very light and bright. Okay, you answer later if I give it a quiz. And the second one, this is also the only difference is this one or this one. And the meaning of the 2 words, it's actually the same here again. It means black. So So I read the first one, 깜장, 깜장, and the second one, 검정, 검정. And now please answer which one sounds positive and which one sounds negative. And the last one, here the difference between the two is this one and this one and this one and this one. Alright? And I said O and A are positive and U and O are negative. So the meaning of the two words are of course same here again, and it's the adjective which display that something is growing up. But for the first one, 모락모락, this one is like smoke is going up. Instead, the second one, 무럭무럭, is a tree growing up, and when the tree grows up, the root of the tree goes down and down and down. So it literally represents that the earth and the root is going down, like this way. So that's why we have U, and that's why we have O for the smoke. So this is the examples why the Korean letters, we can say the why Korean letters contain the feeling. Alright? Okay, so we studied like 3 basic units and 4 basic vowels this time. And I'm gonna explain how we can all contain the vowels. So one more time, we have this, this, and this, and we have a, o, and u. So we are going to combine like these 3 things. We have combined these three things to make 4 basic vowels. And now we are going to combine a little more. So if you put a with 1 dot, the sky, then you put 1 more line. And before it was a, but now it's ya. And here too, this is used to be o, but now it's yo. And it was a, but now it's ya. And this is u, now you, like this, you. So ya, yo, you. Okay, so this is, so we have studied like 8 vowels until now and 3 basic units. And let me explain. Like this one, this is also the vowel, and the pronunciation is same, like similar to the but you just have and this is not vowel, this is just the basic unit. And this one, the human, is also the vowel that we say this e. Okay, and since we combined with this sky and with those 4 basic vowels, now I'm going to put the human. Okay, so for the human, we can only put here and here. and the pronunciation is, this one is e, e. And for this one, the next one, this one is, I guess I will say like yeah, yeah. But this one and this one, even for some Korean people, we cannot tell the difference between the two. So don't worry about this. So until now we have studied sky, e, and a, o, u, ya, yo, yo, you, e, and I will write it down in the with the computer here. Okay, just wait for a while. So this is the with the computer letters, and this is the most vowels that you use for the Koreans, and this is also all the letters that you can find on the keyboard. So I will show you like how the Korean keyword for only for the vowels looks like in the class. All right. So I guess for today's class this will be it. So maybe see you next time. We're gonna study the consonants the next class. All right. I hope that this class was pretty interesting for you, and I hope that you have never heard about this kind of story before. Alright, so see you in the class. Bye bye.